All right, we're returning here, and we got a couple hockey stories to tell you about. One involving, well, two controversial guys. The first one, Zack Kassian. Of course, he's had his issues this year. The Montreal Canadiens decided to deal him in exchange for Ben Scrivens with the Edmonton Oilers because, of course, the Canadiens are desperate for a goalie. They got a guy who will kind of fill in the process until Carey Price comes in. Let's talk about the other man, Kassian. He's had an interesting relationship with the Edmonton Oilers, of course, playing in that Pacific Division with Vancouver. He's kind of run his mouth against the team. Of course, also hit Sam Gagner with a high stick in the mouth, breaking his jaw. But you look at the relationship he has. This is obviously his last stand, you got to think, with all the baggage he's come with recently. Can he fit with that organization from a teammate standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, from the front office standpoint? Because apparently Peter Chiarelli, he's taking a gamble on him.
You know what? I don't think Kassian's going to hurt him. He needs to bring that feistiness to the Oilers because that's what they're missing. They don't have anybody that you're worried about out there. I mean, I'm sorry. They're a great team. I love them. I'm an Oilers fan, always will be, but they don't intimidate anybody on the ice. There's nobody scared of banging them around or hurting them. Maybe someone like Kassian who plays a little bit on the edge, who may use his stick, may not use his stick. I don't know. Maybe he'll just put doubt in some people's minds, and maybe they'll get a little bit of respect that way because they definitely need it from the other teams they play.
Yeah, you need that kind of third-line grinder kind of role, in which he does fill that role because you're not going to put him in the top two for sure. My only concern is it's another Canadian market, and with all the stuff he has going on, does he need to play in another market that has so much pressure on it already? This might be one of those instances where you hope he got traded to like Florida or Arizona where he could focus on his game and his personal life kind of stays tucked away.
Well, with all due respect, if you're going to be a guy who's suffered through so much in terms of substance abuse, going to Edmonton, I don't know. Florida would be a little more dangerous because of the nightlife and warm weather. That's how I would see it.
And Yager, let's be honest.
Army Yager. But in this case, do you feel that Kassian maybe will turn things around in Edmonton or can be a good fit with the Oilers in terms of how they're structured lineup? You say they're missing a guy. They're missing that grit. They're missing I won't say a Dave Semenko. I don't know, maybe a modern day version of, but that guy who could get in your grill, so to speak.
They do need that, and especially in a Western Conference where it's dominant like that, and they need that type of player. Because if you look at, they have all skilled, highly skilled forwards, and it's not working. So you need to throw someone in that to put the doubt, to go in there and give those guys a break. I love obviously Penguins are my team. I look back to when we won the Cup and we had that Jordan Staal line, and they were that same way. They could sit there and bang it out for 2 minutes and give Crosby and Malkin time to relax on the bench, and then put them out there and they'd score. That's kind of what you need to do with these offensive skill guys. Give them time to not be out there for 25 minutes a game. Grind it out with those guys. Keep the puck in the corner. Keep the other team's top stars kind of banged up, and then let your top guys go.
Yeah, I absolutely. I mean, I've said for years with the Oilers, they've got some great kids. Maybe that's the problem. They've got a lot of great kids playing for them, and they're playing in a men's league. It'd be like our Bandit Pipeline team playing against the Junior A Bobcats. It's kids playing a man's game. The Oilers need some help. Hopefully Kassian will do that. I don't think being in Edmonton should hurt him. It's a small market, but I think it might help him with some of his troubles that he's had.
All right, guys, let's move on to Evander Kane. Situations with him seem to follow him everywhere he goes from his junior days with, of course, I would say Atlanta, but with Winnipeg, of course, the issue with his team, the topics that there with the club itself. And now, not so much with his team, but there are allegations of an assault that has resorted with Evander Kane. With that said, the Sabres have stood behind him and are saying, you know what, we're sticking with this guy. He's going to be in our lineup, was in the lineup Monday night as well as yesterday. So with that, are the Sabres doing the right thing by keeping him there, or maybe, even though there's no charges just yet, that they should probably take him out of the lineup?
I say leave him. And then this is coming from me, who said a couple months ago during Patrick Kane's scenario they should take him out. And I've changed that considering the fact that now it's like, if Patrick Kane can go through the whole thing and they don't take him out and all these allegations that he went through, why doesn't Evander Kane get the same benefit of the doubt? There's no charges yet. It's just allegations. We don't know anything. Are we going to keep doing this every time there's someone comes up? Now pull him out of the lineup. So I say leave him in the lineup. They did it with Patrick, so why not?
Oh, absolutely. Leave him in the lineup. I mean, you've got to give him an opportunity to be proven guilty first. Just because someone said something bad about you, really? I mean, there's a lot of us wouldn't be doing a lot of what we're doing.
But the thing is, with both, we talk about Patrick Kane and Evander Kane, they've had checkered pasts. Of course, they've had issues. There was a man who claimed assault. Evander Kane assaulted him years ago and sued him for $5 million. Tried to, anyways. But he has this reputation. With that aside, you're saying still play him.
Play him, absolutely. I mean, until he's actually concrete evidence that he's done something wrong, why would you not play him? It just would make no sense.
All right, guys, we're going to take a commercial break from this. We got Over Under coming up next.